Happy Tuesday from Houston, Texas. Welcome to Stellar Parenting. I am your host, Brandi. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and I also hold a Master of Science degree in psychology with an emphasis in child and adolescent development. And I absolutely love helping parents to combine and mix the magic of the stars with the art of consciously and intentionally raising our children. So, before we start today's show, I really want to take a moment and just speak to the people who have been impacted by the Los Angeles fires. And I want to let you know that my heart absolutely goes out to each and every one of you. I know that so many of you have had so much loss in the blink of an eye, and you've lost everything. And especially to those of you with families with young children, I know this is going to be a difficult process for you. So please remember that so many of us are thinking about you and we are praying for you. And I love seeing how there's so many people coming together to do things for the victims right now. And to me, that's the best part of America. We come together in times like these to really help each other. And I love to see that. And also thank you to the brave firefighters from Mexico and Canada who are also helping our brave American firefighters as well. There's so much power that comes when we work together. So please know that I'm thinking about each and every one of you during this time. So for today's show, we've got some fun things in store. I'm going to share a quick message to parents who have children with major Capricorn placements, because we are in Capricorn season right now. And then I'm going to share my insights about the disillusion of TikTok and how that all relates to Pluto and Aquarius. And then I'll talk about this week's transits and things that you need to be aware of for you and your family. And then we'll have time for a caller. So if you'd like to have a reading, please call in. I'd love to hear from you. So let's start off with that quick message to parents with children who have major Capricorn placements, okay? So Capricorn is a cardinal earth sign, which gives a very stabilizing and very grounding energy to Capricorn, to the sign of Capricorn. Now, this sign also has a strong connection to ambition and to leadership because of the cardinal qualities of the sign. So it's so important for parents of children with major Capricorn placements to remember that Capricorn has a psychological need. There's a psychological need for perfection, for excellence, for achievement, for mastery, for success, okay? This is intrinsic within the energy of the sign. So children with very strong Capricorn placements, and I have one of them, can be very driven. They can be very hard on themselves if they miss the mark, okay? So you need to remember, you've got a Capricorn child who might be a little hard on themselves, and let's say that something doesn't work out the way that they hoped or the way that they planned. There's really no need for you to be overly harsh with them because they are probably beating themselves up enough. So what you have to remember as the parent of a child with strong Capricorn energy, you have to give them the room to fail, to be disappointed about their failure, but then to remind them that they are safe, they are okay, and they can always try again. And most of all, that they are loved, whether or not they fail or whether or not they find success in what they do. Okay, that's very important, that they feel as if the love of their parents and the love of those around them are not dependent upon whether or not they fail or they succeed, because failure is a part of life. So for all of you parents who have children maybe with the sun or moon in Capricorn or Mercury, Mars, Venus especially, this message is for you, okay? So now let's move on to the insight that I have about TikTok, okay? And how it relates to Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. So Remember, everybody, Pluto moved into Aquarius on November 19th. And that's where Pluto will remain for the next 20 years in the sign of Aquarius. And one fundamental theme of Pluto in the sign of Aquarius that I've mentioned before is power to the people. Okay? So during this time, we might see quite a bit of dismantling when it comes to social hierarchies. Okay? And you might also see a lot of people, or the masses of people, showing resistance to government powers if they feel that things are not in their best interest. We may see more of that. So now, this is what's interesting. With the clock running out for TikTok, it's so interesting to see how this dynamic is playing out right now, okay? And I'm going to try to share this with you as objectively as possible in an unbiased way. But what I've noticed over the past 24 hours is that TikTok users have made a huge chess move, okay? US TikTok users, I should say. They have decided that since the US government is taking away TikTok, because of alleged ties to the Chinese government, then we're actually going to go to another app, another platform that's one of China's largest social media platforms. And you may have seen this or read about it in the news today. It's trending as the #1 app right now that's being downloaded. And I've been listening to a lot of people, and it sounds like the reasoning for this is really out of an act of defiance against Washington's move to control TikTok. Okay? This is so incredibly interesting within where we are right now with Pluto and Aquarius, and the way that people are coming together and saying, nope, we're not going to take it. We're going to do something else. Probably, make a move that the government really won't like. And so now what we're seeing now, people from two countries, from the US and from China, are now connecting with each other on this Chinese app. And I'm interested to see how this is going to continue to play out in the weeks to come. But me, I love to see patterns in current events and then to relate them to what's going on cosmically with the transiting planets, and then come back and share that with you. So this was just something that fascinated me so much, and I wanted to share it with all of you. So let's watch and see where this goes over the next few weeks. So the transits for this week, let's get into them. Okay, so how was yesterday for everybody? I hope you were all okay, because we had a full moon at 23 degrees of Cancer that was conjunct, which means in the same location as Mars retrograde. Okay, so if you were feeling overreactive yesterday, or a little bit impatient or frustrated, this may have been the reason why. So as usual, I was really feeling it, and I was feeling it even more so because I have a natal planet that's stationed right at 23 degrees of Cancer. So therefore, I had my planet, a full moon, and Mars all conjunct there, okay, which made for a huge ball of energy. And, last night I was taking one of my sons to baseball practice for a new team in Houston, and I could not find the baseball field. And I swear it felt like I drove around for 5 minutes in circles looking for this baseball field that was so elusive. I couldn't find it. And I could find myself, I felt myself growing more and more frustrated, getting more and more wound up, amped up, and felt like I was heading towards almost a meltdown. And the most beautiful thing about it was right in front of me, what I noticed was the full moon. I could see the moon because the sun was beginning to go down. And right away, that triggered some awareness within me. And I said, it's okay. You're just feeling the energy of the moon. Calm down, chill out. It's okay. We are going to find the field. And we found the field. But again, what was so wonderful about this experience was the awareness that I had in the moment of what was happening. And because of having that level of awareness and not dealing with it in an unconscious way, I was able to shift the energy. Okay. I was able to shift out of the frustration with the understanding of the dynamics of what was going on. So maybe you also had that experience yesterday and you were able to deal with it in a similar way. Now, for today, January 14th, Tuesday, we've got a really feel good transit today. And you may have already have been feeling the energy. We've got Venus at 11 degrees of Pisces, squaring Jupiter at 11 degrees of Gemini. And, with these two, it's like a party, okay? The two feel good planets. So today you may have noticed that, maybe you've got feelings of well being, of contentment, of happiness, and of fulfillment, okay? You might be feeling really social today, meeting up with your friends, making new friends, and it's all good, okay? All of that is really, really good. But because of the square aspect, remember squares represent some form of tension, okay? Because of the square aspect between Venus and Jupiter, we might be prone to excess or to overdoing things, okay? And too much of a good thing is really not a good thing overall, okay? So for today, even for tomorrow, I want you to watch out for overdoing it. Like when it comes to food, when it comes to drink, when it comes to online shopping or, just shopping in general. When it comes to maybe substances that we are using, or even our iPads, like for the kids, the iPhones, the computers, just scrolling or spending endless amounts of time on social media. We want to make sure that we are not overdoing the good things or what feel like good things for us, okay? And we want to make sure that we are approaching this transit with some measure of moderation in mind. So for tomorrow, big day, January 15th, Wednesday, we will have Mars retrograde, 26 degrees of Cancer, opposing the sun at 26 degrees of Capricorn. So this could be experienced more as a challenging transit, especially if we have natal planets at or around 26 to 27 degrees of Cancer and Capricorn, okay? So let me really explain this dynamic for you. We've got Mars, right? Mars is the planet of action and forward movement. But right now, Mars is retrograding. So it almost feels as if the forward movement or the forward momentum is paused just for the time being. It might feel that way. And we just had the full moon yesterday conjunct Mars, which was really like an activation for the energy of Mars. So tomorrow, we will be having the sun opposing Mars, shining its light on Mars and illuminating all aspects of this planet. So if you are feeling frustrated because things are not moving ahead for you the way that you would like, or things seem delayed, or if you're dealing with a lot of obstacles right now, this transit tomorrow is going to bring all of those feelings up to the surface and into your full awareness for the time being, okay? Now, here's the important part with this transit. Because Mars is in the sign of Cancer, Cancer is the sign of home and family, all right? So you might feel quite a bit of tension and frustration with those who are closest to you at home, all right? And it's really interesting for most people because our relationships that we have with our families and with our partners, our significant others, they tend to represent the area where we've got the greatest amount of unconsciousness or where we display the greatest amount of unconscious behaviors, right? So it's with these people, those closest to us, our family, those we live with, that we will most likely experience the negative side or the shadow side of this transit in the form of arguments and conflict. Okay? So from today, even though it starts tomorrow, could already be feeling it today. Today through Thursday, please be gentle. Be gentle with yourself and be gentle with those around you. And give yourself time alone to decompress if you find yourself getting amped up and angry and frustrated. Okay? Be gentle with your children because remember, just like you may be feeling the energy, they feel it as well. And they might be prone to acting out as well when they're feeling the energy. So just provide that safe, loving, nurturing space for them. And since I am a trans medium, I do have a message here to share with you from my guides dealing with this transit of Mars opposing the sun. And here's the message. Refrain from telling yourself that it's all or nothing. It's this type of thinking that separates you from the energy of source and catapults you into the energy of fear. Once fear takes over, your ability to make choices that are aligned with your highest path is greatly diminished. Hold your anger gently, like you would a small child, and speak loving words of, I am safe. I will always be safe. Once you register the frequency of safety within your body, you will have transformed your anger into your power. So please remember this over the next few days. Remember, let's be kind and gentle with those who are closest to us and with ourselves at home. And then Friday, January 17th, we have Sun 27 degrees of Capricorn sextiling Neptune 27 degrees of Pisces. So this will be a great transit, a great time for anything mystical, spiritual, creative. And you can use this energy to create something absolutely beautiful as far as music, art, or any other creative modality that you are participating in. You can also use the energy to connect to your higher self and to your higher purpose. And then finally, Saturday, January 18th, big transit of Venus 16 degrees of Pisces, and Venus is exalted in Pisces, conjunct Saturn 16 degrees of Pisces. So remember, Venus is the planet of pleasure, of love, and beauty. And when we're talking about transits, it's the slower moving planet that's going to infuse the faster moving planet with its energy. So the slower moving planet in this case is Saturn. Saturn is the planet of discipline, focus, and commitment, all right? So this is not a transit about self-indulgence. This is going to be more of a transit dealing with restraint, okay? Restraint in the areas of love, relationships, and finances. So it's about looking at things in a realistic way and figuring out how to commit to what we want to keep in our lives, and then how to release or let go of anything that's not serving our higher purpose anymore. So for those of you with children, I mean, Venus conjunct Saturn could show up as your child has been involved in a hobby, and now the hobby is not so much speaking to them anymore. Maybe it's baseball, soccer, or maybe guitar. Maybe, they're just not drawn to do that anymore. They don't feel as if it's connecting with them or aligning with who they really are. Okay? That could be something that comes up. If so, take a listen to your child, see what they're feeling, see what they're saying, and then, you make the proper decision together about how to move forward. So those are the transits for this week. I want you to use all of this wonderful energy consciously. And now we will move to, I think we've got a caller, Monica. Monica, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Monica. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. Would you like astrology or tarot?
Tarot.
Okay, so let's go for it. All right, and I'm just going to would you just like a general spread?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Monica. So let's see what we've got going on here for you. Just let me shuffle. And are you in Maine? Is that where you are? Where are you located?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Okay. Nebraska. And I'm down here in Texas. So I know that you're probably we've got cold weather down here. I'm sure that you guys are having cold weather up there too. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we are. Real cold.
Yeah. All right, Monica, I'm going to shuffle one more time and I want you to tell me when you want me to stop.
Stop.
Okay, there we go. Let's see what we've got. Okay. All right, Monica. So it does look like right now, I know that I've got the Wheel of Fortune right here for what's going on right now. It does look as if there has been some change that you are experiencing. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, now the conflict card that I do have the Nine of Cups. So it feels as if the change could have been a little bit destabilizing or making you unsure more of, like in the area when we're talking about cups, we're talking about our feelings, emotions, or love. So any of those areas may have, or you might be feeling a little bit tender in those areas due to the changes that you are experiencing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what's interesting, Monica. In the past position, I do have the Five of Swords, which does show some type of fight or conflict that you've been through, I would say not too long ago, like within the past couple months. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does feel like as I'm looking at your personal power card, we've got the Three of Swords. So again, there's this theme of something doesn't quite feel right. Something hasn't been right. Maybe my relationships with others or how others are dealing with me or treating me, I haven't felt good about it. And it's like a little bit heartbreaking for me. You understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And even in the position of the external influences, again, I do have the Five of Wands. This is about conflict between people. So whatever that's going on, like between you and others right now, it's a really significant part, or it's taking up a significant amount of energy in your thoughts and how you present yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes. Totally.
Yeah. But this is what I love, 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 Monica. This is what I love about your spread. So um, I see the dynamics at play. It looks like they've been tough and difficult dynamics, but there's light at the end of the tunnel for you because over the next 2 weeks, we do have the 10 of Pentacles. Now, when it comes to the 10 of Pentacles, usually this is the card that shows I'm feeling very fulfilled financially, with my family, with those around me. I'm just really feeling a sense of well being. And this is the card, the energy that you have to look forward to over the next couple weeks. So it feels as if
Okay.
things get better. Okay. And
Okay.
I know as I'm looking here at the 10 of Pentacles, they are drawing my attention. My guides are drawing my attention to this little kid here, that's down like in the corner of the card. So I'm not sure if you've got a young child or a young grandchild, but there's something here that I'm picking up on over the next couple weeks, this feeling of well-being. You may be spending time with a child, a younger child in the family, which really gives you a boost of positive energy. Does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes, it does. Totally.
Okay. Great, great, great. Okay, so that's the 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles, it's all about like money, resources. And then what's even better, over the next 4 weeks, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's the potential for something wonderful to come to you, whether it's you get a raise at work or there's an opportunity for a new job, some type of new opportunity can or should be coming to you over the next 4 weeks. Okay.
Good. 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 Yeah, I'm looking for a job.
Oh, great. Okay. Then I would say within the next 4 weeks, within the next month, it looks like that you have a job. Okay. It looks like with the Ace of
Okay.
Pentacles there. Now, what I want you to remember, we do have the Two of Pentacles in the answer position for this card. So when it comes to the Two of Pentacles, it's all about balance. Okay. It's all about having
Okay.
emotional balance, and it's all about having financial balance as well. So looks like you've been through a tough time. And right now, what your
Oh yeah.
guides are really wanting you to focus on, more than anything else, is maintaining a sense of emotional balance, even though things might seem quite difficult in the present moment. Okay.
Yeah. That's what's
Okay.
been happening to me lately. Yeah, so I've been having my emotions been up and down, and financially not stable, and basically not
Uh,
having a job, looking for a job. So you hit it right on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's what I love about tarot. So please remember that. We want some emotional balance right now. Lean into that and lean into trying to find the balance, I guess, with finances. But it looks like everything's going to work itself out for you over the next few weeks. Now, the card that shows what you fear, I do have the Five of Pentacles, which is kind of feeling like maybe a little bit left out or out in the cold, or like there's not enough money. All right. Now, that's only
Hmm.
your fear, but what I love about this is the outcome card is my favorite in the deck. It's the seven, the chariot, the major arcana card, the chariot, okay, which shows
Yeah.
forward momentum. We are moving, we're doing something, we're taking action in a positive way, and we're seeing wonderful changes in our lives, okay?
Okay.
All right, so that's what I have for you. It looks really, really good for you over the next month to 2 months, Monica. And I'm really, the difficult circumstances or whatever, it looks like those are going to be in the rearview mirror for a time being. Okay?
Good. 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 And by
Yeah.
marriage, relationship, or anything?
Well,
Another
so
question I'm
I
going to
would say
ask.
the chariot also has to do with relationships as well. Everything seems to be moving forward.
Good. Okay.
Okay? All right, well, thank you so much for calling in today, and I hope you have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And so here we are at the end of a show. Thanks for joining me today. And I want to remind you all, the stars may guide us, but we hold the power to shape our destiny. So keep shining your light bright, and I will see you here again next week.